Map to grow presence. 9 habits that could destroy a relationship. Before starting the video, if you are new here, please subscribe and turn on the bell icon. No relationship is perfect, but there are certain habits that can destroy even the strongest bond. From neglecting your partner's needs to being constantly critical, these habits can slowly but surely tear a couple apart. If you want to keep your relationship strong, it's important to be aware of these destructive habits and avoid them at all costs. Watch out this video for 9 habits that could destroy a relationship, and make sure you steer clear of them. 1. Checking social media too much. There are a few things that can be worse for a relationship than spending too much time on social media. First, it can take away from quality time that could be spent with your partner. Second, it can create jealousy and insecurity if one person is spending more time on social media than the other. Third, it can lead to arguments if one person feels like they are being ignored because their partner is always on their phone. If you find yourself spending more time on social media than you are with your partner, it's important to try to cut back. Spending time together is crucial for any relationship, and if you're constantly looking at your phone or scrolling through your feed, you're not really present. If you're always checking your notifications or refreshing your page, it can also make your partner feel like they aren't important to you. It's important to put down your phone and focus on your relationship instead of what's happening online. 2. Constantly comparing your relationship to others. Comparing your relationship to others is a habit that can destroy a relationship. It can create feelings of jealousy, insecurity, and resentment. It can also lead to arguments and hurt feelings. If you find yourself constantly comparing your relationship to others, take a step back and try to focus on the positive aspects of your own relationship. 3. Neglecting your partner's needs. If you're in a relationship, it's important to make sure that you're meeting your partner's needs. Unfortunately, many people neglect their partner's needs in favor of their own. This can lead to all sorts of problems, including resentment, conflict, and even infidelity. One of the most common ways that people neglect their partner's needs is by not paying attention to them. This can manifest itself in a variety of ways, from not listening when they're talking to you, to not being interested in what they have to say. It can also mean neglecting their physical needs, such as not giving them enough affection or not spending time with them. Another way that people can neglect their partner's needs is by putting their own needs above theirs. This can be a difficult habit to break because we're often taught to put ourselves first. However, if you want your relationship to thrive, it's important to make sure that you're taking care of your partner's needs as well as your own. If you find yourself neglecting your partner's needs, it's important to take action. Talk to your partner about what they need from you and make an effort to change your behaviors. With some effort and communication, you can overcome this challenge and build a stronger relationship with your partner. 4. Refusing to forgive. If you've been wronged, it's only natural to want to hold a grudge. After all, why should you forgive someone who has hurt you? But refusing to forgive can actually be more harmful than helpful. Here's why. 1. It keeps you from moving on. When you're holding on to anger and resentment, it's hard to let go of the past and move on with your life. You might find yourself dwelling on what happened and replaying the event over and over in your head. This can prevent you from enjoying the present moment and can even make it difficult to form new relationships. 2. It takes a toll on your health. Research has shown that unforgiveness can lead to physical health problems such as high blood pressure, heart disease, and weakened immune systems. So if you're struggling to forgive someone, it's important to think about your own well-being too. 3. It damages your relationship with the person you're holding a grudge against. It's easy to see how unforgiveness can damage relationships. When you're angry at someone, it's hard to communicate effectively or feel close to them. And if the person you're mad at is also important in your life, such as a spouse or family member, unforgiveness can have a big impact on those relationships too. 5. Never being vulnerable. It's no secret that being vulnerable is essential to any close relationship. Without vulnerability, we can't experience the full range of emotions that make us human. We also can't form the deep, intimate connections that are so important to our happiness. However, there is a such thing as being too vulnerable. When we're constantly putting ourselves out there emotionally, we're setting ourselves up for heartache. We're also putting a lot of pressure on our partner to always be there for us and to always be understanding. Here are things to keep in mind if you find yourself being too vulnerable in your relationship. 1. Never being vulnerable. This is probably the most harmful habit on this list. If you never allow yourself to be vulnerable, you'll never truly open yourself up to your partner. You'll also never give them the opportunity to know the real you. Relationships are built on trust and intimacy, both of which require vulnerability. 2. Always needing reassurance. It's normal to feel insecure at times and to need reassurance from your partner. However, if you're always needing reassurance, it can become exhausting for both of you. Not only that, but it can also create an unhealthy dependency in the relationship. If you find yourself always needing reassurance from your partner, try to work on building up your own self-confidence. 6. Holding grudges. If you're the type of person who holds grudges, then your relationships are likely suffering as a result. When you hold a grudge against someone, it means that you're holding on to anger and resentment towards them for something that they did. This can lead to communication breakdowns, arguments, and a general feeling of negativity between you and the other person. If you find yourself holding grudges, it's important to try to let go of that anger and move on. Otherwise, it will continue to damage your relationships. 7. Not appreciating your partner. If you're not careful, you might find yourself taking your partner for granted. It's easy to do, especially if you've been together for a while and things are going well. But if you're not careful, this can lead to some serious problems down the road. Here are some things to watch out for. Not showing appreciation for what your partner does for you. This can make them feel taken for granted and unimportant. Not being thoughtful or considerate of their needs and wants. This can make them feel like they don't matter to you. Not being supportive when they need it. This can make them feel like they're alone in the relationship. Taking them for granted is a surefire way to destroy a relationship. If you don't want that to happen, be sure to show your partner how much you appreciate them every day. 8. Ignoring or failing to take care of your appearance. If you want to keep your relationship strong, it's important to take care of your appearance. This means paying attention to your hygiene, choosing clothes that are appropriate for the occasion, and groom yourself in a way that makes you feel confident. One habit that can damage a relationship is ignoring your appearance. If you're not making an effort to look good, it shows that you don't care about yourself or your relationship. This can be a major turnoff for your partner. Another habit that can be harmful is failing to take care of your hygiene. If you don't shower regularly, brush your teeth, or wear clean clothes, it sends the message that you don't value yourself or your relationship. This can make your partner feel disgusted and turned off. If you want to keep your relationship healthy and strong, it's important to take care of your appearance, paying attention to your hygiene, choosing appropriate clothing, and grooming yourself in a way that makes you feel confident will go a long way in keeping your partner attracted to you. 9. Absence or lack of a sense of humor. When you're in a relationship, it's important to be able to laugh together. If you or your partner doesn't have a sense of humor, it can be difficult to find common ground and enjoy each other's company. This lack of humor can also lead to tension and conflict, as small things that would normally be funny become sources of frustration. If you're not sure how to inject some fun into your relationship, here are a few suggestions. Take some time to watch comedies with your partner and discuss what makes them funny. Encourage playful banter and don't take yourself or your partner too seriously. Make an effort to find the humor in everyday situations, even when they're not particularly funny. Share jokes, memes, articles, or anything else that makes you laugh with your partner. Having a sense of humor is an important part of any relationship, so if you or your partner are lacking in this area, make an effort to improve things. It'll make for a more enjoyable and fulfilling relationship overall. We can make mistakes that slowly or unknowingly ruin our relationships. The worst part is ignoring or failing to notice those mistakes on time, and the best way to resolve them is to communicate or share feelings with our partners. Is there anything else you'd like to add to the list? Leave your thoughts in the comments section below. Remember to subscribe to grow for more incredible content.